Hello and welcome to day 9 of Christmas Planning Made Easy. Today we're going to look at some ways of simplifying present shopping. Hi, I'm Jane from Practically Perfect Mums, and as you probably know by now, if you've been watching this series, I am not the best at planning Christmas and I find it all quite overwhelming. So I've come up with this step-by-step guide to try and make sure that everything's covered in a reasonably simple way. Now I've bought a few bits and pieces here and there, but I haven't really pinned down exactly what the main people who I buy for would like, so I need to work on that. I'm also going to try and simplify what I'm buying. Now I have made a start on that, so I wanted to share that with you because it's actually taken quite a weight off my mind already. So in terms of cutting down, I've chatted to some of my relatives, and what we've decided to do is something which is called a white elephant. Now I don't know if you're familiar with that, but the white elephant means that each of us who are going to be there on the day are going to buy a present. So I buy one present, my husband buys one present, and the other adults will all buy a present themselves. And then when we come to opening them, the first person will choose a present from the pile and decide which one they fancy opening. They'll open it, then the next person comes along and opens theirs, or they could decide to steal the present from the first person. So it's kind of a bit of a game, and it means that you could end up taking home the exact same thing you've bought depending on who decides to choose which present. So the advice was buy something that you might quite like yourself, which I think is a bit of fun, but it's just kind of an idea, a way that we only buy one present each, and then it kind of becomes a little game as well, and it means we don't end up with loads and loads of stuff to take home with us, or loads and loads of stuff to add to our present list. So I feel really relieved that we've decided to do that, also because when it comes to our extended family, we have quite a big extended family, and you can never be quite sure who's going to be there on the day. So if you turn up and someone's there who you weren't expecting, or you've bought a present for somebody and they're not there, and then you don't know how to get it to them, and it all becomes quite complicated. So I really like the idea of this white elephant, certainly for the adults. The other way of simplifying presents is just a Secret Santa, which I think most of us will be familiar with, where one person, you just get allocated a name and you buy for that one person. So again, comes up with the same result, that you only end up buying one present and bringing back one present with you. Another way of simplifying gifts is things like with the teacher presents, that you just buy perhaps a gift token or something between everybody in the class, so you're not all trying to find little bits and pieces to buy. You just simply give a small amount of money perhaps, and then the teacher receives a lovely, they get a token so they can buy something they would really like to have. So again, it's a nice way of making sure that people get what they want, rather than lots of cluttery bits which we've then all got to try and deal with afterwards. And then when it comes to people that we really want to buy a very meaningful present for, if we don't know what they want, obviously we would like to make sure we buy something that they are going to appreciate and enjoy. So for my children, for example, I've now got 3 teens, so I'm very happy with them writing a wish list, so I know, and any other relatives who will be buying for them will know exactly what they would like. Preferably if we could make the list a bit longer so that they don't know exactly what they're going to get, that's great. Also, as I've mentioned before, I wouldn't expect all the presents to come from Amazon, let's say, just because we do an Amazon wish list. But it's really helpful if those ideas are there. You can put them down as ideas rather than actual items to buy, and then they can be bought from anywhere. When the children were younger, I suppose the equivalent of this was either they got the catalogues and they kind of ringed what they wanted, or they came to the shops with you before Christmas a little while before, and perhaps we had a look at different games and things that they thought they would like to have. And of course, a really handy way of finding out what your little ones want is if they write a letter to Father Christmas, and then there are some ideas in there very often that mums and dads and relatives can also pinch. If you are going to write a letter to Santa, then you will need to do that in the next few days and get it in the post. I'll leave details below of the address and the posting date, so you know when to send it out by if you're in the UK. You can also do it in Welsh, apparently, so I suppose it makes sense that Father Christmas can speak lots of different languages as he travels all around the world. So I'll put the details of the English and the Welsh addresses down below. If you have any ideas yourself about other ways to simplify present buying, I would really love to hear them. I really like the idea of cutting down on the number of presents that were on my sort of previously massive list of people that I had to buy for. So I think it was really helpful talking to my family and making an agreement on how we could best do that. And I also think it's a great idea to make sure that people are getting what they want with the wish lists and the letters to Father Christmas. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any tips or tricks yourself about simplifying the present buying process, I would love to hear them, so please do put them in the comments below. I'm off now to go and push my children, remind them to go and do their wish lists. Good luck with this mission, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.